All right, welcome to the channel. Today we react to John Kennedy shows no mercy to top Treasury official in brutal questioning. We all know that people in administration are incompetent and are not doing their job. So make sure you like, subscribe, do the whole thing. Let's watch his brutal pressing, I guess.
Mr. Secretary, the Biden administration has operated as Iran's best friend, hasn't it?
No, I disagree completely, Senator.
Well, Iran sold Iraq $10 billion, not million, $10 billion worth of electricity, but Iraq couldn't pay them because of our sanctions against Iran. The Biden administration waived those sanctions, didn't it?
Senator,
So that Iran could get $10 billion. Isn't that a fact?
No, Senator, those waivers started under the Trump administration. That money is still in Iraq. That money has never been to Tehran. It will never go to Tehran.
The first waiver was on July 2023, wasn't it?
Senator, I believe those waivers started in 2018.
The first waiver that the Biden administration did was July of 2023, wasn't
I
it?
don't know how that's
So,
20.
Senator, again, I believe the waiver program started in.
You didn't issue a waiver on July of 2023,
Senator, the waivers were continued into 2023.
and you issued another waiver to get the money to Iran in November of 2023.
Okay, here's what I don't
didn't
get.
you?
Senator,
Somebody has the literal dates in which you made a program. What's the point of lying? Like, if I have a paper and I'm showing you that you're wrong, like, and you're like, no, like, he literally has the paper when he literally did it. The program started at X, Y, and Z. Like, you still have the ego, the arrogance to think you can
as I
try
said,
to.
that money has never been, will never go to Iran. The money is still in Iraq. The money may be used for humanitarian purposes, but not a dollar of that money.
And you issued another waiver on March of 2024, not too long ago. That was 6 weeks after Iran killed 3 American soldiers.
Senator,
You gave Iraq permission to give Iran $10 billion, didn't you?
No, Senator. As I mentioned, this was something that started in 2018 under the Trump administration. It allowed Iraq to purchase electricity and to store that money in Iraq. None of that money to date will ever go to Iran. The money is being held for humanitarian purposes.
You're not telling the truth, Mr. Secretary. No disrespect, but that's just not true. Senator Menendez and Senator Scott made the point. We all know, unless you peaked in high school, you know that money is fungible. You also, the Biden administration also paid Iran $6 billion to release 5 of our prisoners, didn't it?
Senator, again, that money is in Qatar. None of that money has been used. It hasn't been moved. And as I said earlier, while money is fungible in the United States because we care about our people, it's not fungible for the Iranian.
So the money's in Qatar,
It's not fungible.
in a bank in Qatar?
Yes.
Now, what do you think, who controls that bank in Qatar?
Those banks are controlled by those individuals who run that financial institution.
I see. So if President Biden says Qatar Bank, don't give this money to Iran, and the Qatar government says give the money to Iran, who do you think the Qatar Bank's going to listen to, Mr. Secretary?
So, Senator, those banks in Qatar value greatly their ability to have a relationship with the United States because that's how they make money.
Do you believe in the tooth fairy?
Ultimately, if we cut off those banks, they will no longer be able to make money.
Do you believe in the Easter Bunny?
So, Senator, while I understand your point, fundamentally, none of that money has gone to Iran, and that money is not going to go directly to Iran.
Now, you did the same thing with Maduro, you meaning the Biden administration. You guys did the same thing with Maduro in Venezuela. You removed all the sanctions on oil and mining, including gold, with Maduro, the dictator of Venezuela, didn't you?
So GL 44 and 43 were put in place in Venezuela. 43 has already.
Is that a yes?
GL 43 has been removed.
So you said, okay, Maduro, we're going to remove Maduro, best friends with Iran and Cuba and China and Russia. The Biden administration removed the sanctions on oil and mining in Venezuela.
Senator,
And Maduro said, I promise you that I'll hold a free and fair election. And then he put all his opponents in jail. And the Biden administration has done nothing, hasn't it, except stand there sucking on its teeth.
So, Senator, I want to say again, we provided general licenses. We did not remove the sanctions. The reason we did that was because we did not trust. So what we can do
The
with those
sanctions on Maduro's oil
What's the point of even doing
are
it
not
then?
there, are
You don't
they?
even trust them.
General License 44, which gives permission for the sale of oil, expires on April 17th, which will then put those sanctions back in place. We did not remove the sanctions. We provided general
The
license.
problem you folks have is that you want to quote Socrates in the middle of a bar fight. Iran is not our friend. Venezuela is not our friend. President Biden keeps giving them money to buy weapons to try to kill us.
Senator, we
Do you not
500
understand that?
sanctions on the Iranian regime. We have not allowed a dollar from Qatar or from the Iraqi electricity fund to flow to Iran.
That's just not true. Senator Menendez explained that to you.
The money,
How can you be that obtuse?
Senator, as I've said, our goal is to
Here
make
we go.
sure that we take every action
Is he
to
reading
prevent
off his
Iran's
script or
destabilizing
something?
activity in the region.
That's hilarious.
We're going to
He's saying,
continue to
"Oh,
go
well,
after Iran's
the money
sale of
hasn't been
oil
sent yet."
and
Or
try
no,
and limit their
we-
ability as best
come
we
on.
can using the tools that you've given us. I'm here before the Senate asking for additional tools that will allow us to continue to do that.
Okay, you saw Senator Kennedy made your point. Senator Warner from Virginia is
Yeah,
recognized.
let's go to the this committee and beg for more tools, even though you're failing at your job. Let's do it. Oh, that's in the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, do the whole thing, and I will catch you later. All right, see ya.